it better with the night?
I don't know.
How would I got? Let's see the way. I think that works. Let's do a sound tech.
Check. 1 2 1 2 1 3. Check. You. Good. Cool.
Hey, Shalom Israel. This is a public service announcement to all the sisters out there. Y'all already know what time it is. Them Passover corsages is blooming absolutely right this year. If you a married sister, rock that red corsage. And for all the single sisters out there, the white corsage was made just for you. Stop playing. You cannot be Passover ready without rocking one of these. Just $10 to complete that fit for the Lord's 54th annual Passover. Pre-order yours now. Click the link below for more info. For just $10, I got a feeling that this is just the right batch of flowers to have you looking on point and official. Sisters, make it your business to get you one, and we hope to see you there. Shalom Israel.
ISUPK presents the 54th annual Feast of Unleavened Bread. Last year we did it big. This year is going to be way big. More brotherhood, more sisterhood, more UPK. On Sunday, April 2nd, 2023, we're going to be at 421 South Salisbury Street in Raleigh, North Carolina at the Sheraton Raleigh Hotel Ballroom. We're calling all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to come join us.
Your third eye peephole, line for line, this shit too easy. It's like a free throw. Mastered the game too early. This bitch.
Remember, admission to the Passover is $200 per adult. That's $200 per adult. For more information, call 919-697-8257. Call 919-697-8257.
Of the black and
Shalom Israel. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai back a thumb to the Akim. Oh, let's clap it up, Salaki. Clap it up, Salaki. Alright, Shalom Israel. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai back a thumb to the Akim. Yahweh Shema Allah Thumb Hashem Yahweh Shai to the Akwatim. We are the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. You understand me? Since 1969, we've been bringing up the truth of the Bible. That truth is the so-called black man, the so-called Hispanic man, so-called Native man is, in fact, and biblically the true Jew or Israelite according to this Bible. You understand me? And that our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand me? And today is the Wednesday night law class. And in the light of it being Black History Month, I figure we'll get into the scriptures tonight and decide if the Most High wants segregation, you understand me, or not Salakia. Does he want integration or separation? You understand me? Integration was something that was what the so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native man thought was going to be the answer to all our problems. You understand me? Integration is half of the problem that we're like taking on another culture and we've gotten farther away from the Most High instead of closer to the Most High. You understand me? We're going to go into these scriptures tonight and figure out if the Most High wanted us to, in fact, integrate, or did he always ask us to separate? You understand me? The first scripture we're gonna get into tonight is gonna be Deuteronomy 7:6. Because in this nation, what do they say in this nation? They say we're all one. Was the flag, right? Individual liberty and justice for all, whatever. one under God type, you know what I mean, what they say? But that's never been biblically or scripturally right. You understand me? We're gonna get to it tonight in this Bible, you understand me? You got that out of one? Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Let's get to it. See if he wants us to integrate or separate according to the Most High. You understand?
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
For thou art an holy people.
For thou art an holy people. You understand me? Holy means separate. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean we are all one. It doesn't mean that everyone is the same. That means the Most High chose everyone. He said holy. Holy means separate. And he's talking to the children of Israel. You understand me? The so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native man. And he said, thou art an holy people. Read.
Unto the Lord thy God.
Unto the Lord thy God. The Lord, your God, so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native man. You understand me? This is your God. This is your Most High. You understand me? And no one else's. You understand me? Read.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people.
Now he chosen thee to be a special people. You understand me? That special has some emphasis onto it. If you say special, that means you mean something to him. That means he chose you, he selected you. You understand me? Out of all people. You understand me? Out of all nations. You understand me? It was never supposed to be all nations gather as one and all that, because that was never in these scriptures. You understand me? Read.
Unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Upon all people, upon the face of the earth. You understand me? Last time I checked, there's different nations. You understand me? Upon the face of the earth. You understand me? A nation would be like your heritage, like your background. Like, you understand me? Like your bloodline, your lineage is nations. You understand me? He never said we was one nation with liberty and justice for all. You understand me? That they will have you pledge your allegiance to. You understand me? That America will have you be like, have you feel like we're all the same. No, we're not all the same. We all didn't go through the injustice of slavery. You understand? We all didn't go through the injustices of when we were segregated. You understand? When we had to drink from a different water fountain. You understand? When we couldn't jump in their pools. You understand? When we couldn't do a lot of things. Integration at the end of the day never helped us. It kind of set us back, and it made us love our oppressor more than we love our brother. You understand me? It made us love our oppressor more than we love our sister. You understand me? It made us take on a lot of his ways. You understand me? And a lot of his ways are wicked. A lot of his ways take you away from the Most High, and it's not biblically what you should be doing according to the Most High. You understand me? To get your salvation and to get you out of poverty and to get you to not be a menace to society by doing what your babysitter taught you to do, right? Because if you think about it, you would have to think of our oppressor as the ones who had rulership over us, like the ones who taught us the way to act. Because think about it, black man, Hispanic man, Native man. We couldn't read when we got here, right? From slavery times, you understand me? They didn't even want you reading the book, you understand me? You had to learn to read that book on your own. So that means everything you learned, you had to learn from a heritage. You had to learn from a culture. You learn from things that are passed down instead of things that are biblically. You understand me? You learn from how your mother, how your father, how your grandfather told you should conduct yourself, rather than how the Most High said you conduct yourself. We learn from our oppressor that we're all the same. You understand me? We all have the same. We all started at the same starting line, when that is farther from the truth. They started this race way before the so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native man, and they asked you to catch up. You understand me? But we're gonna get into this. After that, we're gonna go to Deuteronomy 32:8. You understand me? And get to the bottom of this. You know what I'm saying? Because integration seems to have killed us as a people. Like, who told us that? Who told us integration was the right option? Like, think about it. In slavery days, we loved each other. You understand? You know why we loved each other? Because we knew who our enemy was. You understand? Because we knew that, as we say in the ISUPK, brotherhood is a weapon. You understand? Because we knew we stronger together than stronger apart. You understand? When we take on the oppressor's ways, We are not stronger together than stronger apart. We are at each other. We want to please our oppressor. We want to take on his ways and treat each other the same way the oppressor treats us. As soon as we feel as though we made it out the hood, as soon as we feel like we're doing a little better than that man over there. You understand me? Instead of the way we would have been back in the day and showing love. You understand me? Showing love to each other. We always show love to each other until we got to the point where we wanted to be the oppressor. And then we started treating each other the same way he treats us. You understand me? Let me get to that real quick. Let's do Deuteronomy 32 and 28. We can get to it.
32 and 28.
Slakia, 32 and 8. Slakia, sir.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 8. When the Most High divided the nations.
Hold on. When the Most High said we was all one?
Divided to the nations.
With justice and liberty for all.
Divided to the nations.
One nation under God.
Divided to the nations.
Most High divided the nations. You understand me? The Most High never said, let's all join hands. Let's all have fun. Let's all forget that we was murdered, tortured, raped, and done dirty by our oppressor. He divided the nations. You understand me? He knew that if we got together, if we integrated, we would never get on top. You understand me? The oppressor was like our boss. You understand me? And he would never allow you to be a boss with him when he always sees you as a worker. You understand me? He always sees you as an employee. So even though we thought we got integration, we didn't get nothing but destroyed. We had our Black Wall Street, right? We had our own grocery stores. We had our own schools. You understand me? And when they control the narrative of what to teach is like, how could we win? They tell us what to learn. You understand me? Like, how many times you done heard somebody go to school and well, you and I went to school. Can you take a lot from school of what you learned and use it in life? It really seems like not a waste of time, but a lot of areas, you don't do nothing with that. You understand me? You're not doing nothing with learning the oppressor's history, right? Learning I learned a lot of things that is not going to help you towards life. You can be the smartest person in school, right? And get around the dark alley, and guess what? The dumbest crackhead gonna scam you out of everything in your pockets. You understand me? He didn't teach you life training. He didn't teach you life smartness. You understand me? And all that pledge allegiance and liberty and justice for all. It was never for all. The Pledge of Allegiance was thought of in 1892. It was 1892, right? Let me check that out. Let me make sure everything. Yeah, 1892. And at the end of the day, segregation ended in 1964. You understand me? So that liberty, justice for all, one nation under God was never talking about you, so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native man. They would talk about each other. They would talk about themselves. They never had them plan for you to be one with them. The Most High never had a plan with you to be one with them. You understand me? You never serve two masters. You understand me? You'll hate one and love the other. You understand me? That was 1964 was the end of the civil rights movement. So what we had to fight to even sit at the table with them. You understand me? And then when that happened, did they give us spots in the government with them? Right? Did they let us be mayors with them? Did they split all their stores down 50-50 with us? Did they split our farms down 50-50 with them? They did not for us, but let us be second-class citizens and try to work our way up. And as we did that, they killed us every chance they got. You understand me? They came up with a police force. You understand me? Speaking of the police force was made in the 1700s, right? And the whole police were created to catch slaves. You understand me? The police was made to catch runaway slaves and bring them back to their masters. So how could they ever protect and serve you, so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native man? Understand me? Like once we start doing our research, we'll realize that America has never been for us. You understand me? Integration, as Martin Luther King had, was never for us. The Most High never said that he wanted us to integrate. He wanted us to separate. You understand me? He wanted us to be separate. He didn't want us to give our power. He didn't want us to give our culture. He didn't want to give us nothing to any other nation. You understand me? When Christ was here, Christ went around and he bypassed certain areas. You understand me? That did not have an Israelite there. You understand? Because he came for the lost sheep of Israel. You understand me? He didn't come for the Edomite. He didn't come for the Arab man. He didn't come for the Chinaman. You understand me? He came for the lost sheep of Israel, and that's who that word was for, and that's who the Most High has his laws, statutes, commandments for. You understand me? Do we got any more on that? Let's see what we got. Yeah, we can go. We got we on yup. So I can
I'm gonna take it from the top.
take it from the top. Let's do
Captain
it.
Shapari, y'all joined the stream as well.
Okay.
Y'all about to sing y'all several thoughts.
Yeah, about something about the sir. Mm-hmm.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 8. When the Most High divided to the nations
When he divided the nations, you understand me? Uh-huh.
their inheritance.
Their inheritance. You understand me? These laws, statutes, commandments, and their inheritance is for the children of Israel, man. Read.
When he separated the sons of Adam.
Mm-hmm. That doesn't sound like Salaki. That don't sound like integration to me. That sound like separation. You understand me? Read.
He set the bounds of the people according to the numbers of the children of Israel.
You understand me? So that's never been for us. That's been what our oppressor puts on us. You understand me? And tries to get us to bite into. You understand me? And that's why they call it sheep, because we follow behind the next trend, the next thing, and you feel me? And we eat up everything they tell us. We want to be our oppressor so bad that we can't be a people. You understand me? But once we get back to these laws, statutes, commandments, and not doing the things that our oppressor teaches that we should be doing, like why would they want us to learn anything that's going to help us as a nation? You understand me? They want to put drugs in our neighborhood. They want us to be down because that's their peace. That's keeping them up. You understand me? So let's get Esdras 9 and 12. Let's go to Esdras 9 and 12 and get more of this. The Most High wanted us to integrate, or that he wants to separate. You understand me? And you gotta think about it. For Black history is it's too wild. You understand me? It's nothing wrong with having Black history. There's nothing wrong, but it's a problem when that's as far as they take you on your heritage. You understand me? It's a problem when all they can do is tell you that you was a slave, you was this, you was that, and then think about that. Like we was a slave. When we were slaves, we was taking care of them. We was taking care of their kids. You understand? We was running all the way around the farm. It wasn't that many of them, and they was never scared of us. You understand? This is how the tribe of Judah is. We're kind-hearted. You understand me? We got mean faces, but we have a heart, unlike our oppressor. But they wasn't worried about us then. They was not scared of us. You understand me? As soon as we got away from that slavery, we was the biggest monsters in the world. We was the biggest, you understand me, menaces to society in their eyes, or how they make it seem. You understand me? And that's why they would string us up. They would lynch us. But when do you ever hear a brother going on a rampage shooting up their school? You understand me? When you ever heard a brother shooting up their grocery stores? You understand me? But us with that integration and wanting to please our oppressor end up hating each other. You understand me? Not loving each other the way the Most High told us we could or should. You understand me? According to this Bible. You understand me? And took it way left. You understand me? You got that for me out of one.
God. This is the book of Ezra, chapter 9, verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
Now therefore, give not your daughters unto their sons.
Now, don't give your daughters to their sons. You understand me? The Most High, that doesn't sound like integration to me. That sounds like the first thing from integration. Don't give your daughters to their sons. You understand me? Read.
Neither take their daughters unto your sons.
Mm-hmm.
Nor seek their peace.
Nor seek their peace. You understand me? Because when you seek their peace, that is our calamity. You understand me? When we seek their peace, that's our destruction. You understand me? Their peace is us working every day and out of their neighborhood, in our own neighborhood, killing each other. That's their peace. You understand me? Their peace is us being at the bottom, doing all their work and being doped up on drugs. That's their peace. Because we ain't gonna say nothing. That they good. Don't let them shuck and jive and throw them some liquor. You understand me? And they feel like we gonna stay out their hair. You understand me? But nah, that's not the way the Most High wanted it to be. He said, and neither, you understand me, be their peace. seek their peace. You understand me? Don't seek to be friends with the oppressor. Don't seek to want his validation. You understand me? Don't seek none of that. Read.
Or their wealth forever.
Or their wealth. And what happens when we seek their wealth? You understand me? We end up dead or in jail. You understand me? We for some reason, the so-called Black, Hispanic, Native man, we come out the womb trying to get to the bag, right? We jump out the womb trying to get to the money, trying to do like, think about all the artists we look up to, right? These brothers, they going to the strip club, they throwing thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's is in vain. Right? You can't do nothing with that. They could have put it in their community. They didn't. They buy hundreds of millions of dollars of jewelry in vain. You understand me? They a lot of things they do, it comes to nothing. It comes to not. You understand me? Because at the end of the day, it means nothing. But we're so brainwashed by our oppressor showing us everything on TV. Like you got to have this new car. You got to have these new rims. You got to have, that don't matter. What you got to have is love for your brother and sister. You got to have love for your nation. You understand me? So you can help build it up the way it's supposed to be built up. Because when you seek their money, you become selfish. You understand me? You want to keep everything to yourself. You want to build for yourself. You don't want to build for your future. You understand me? You don't care about your past. You just care about the money. And money is indeed the root of a lot of evil. You understand me? I ain't gonna say all, but a lot of evil is the root to all the murders that happen over money, right? A lot of tragedies have happened over money. You understand me? Over $20. You might kill your brother because we're seeking their wealth. You understand me? We're working for our oppressor, so we'll get on this TV screen and push their agenda. Like what's the sister's name? Sierra, the girl Sierra. They got on her not too long ago because she's out here. She got her man. She got a man, had a couple men, but she been with her man taken care of. She's happily married. You understand me? But she out here putting out songs talk about trying to promote the single woman. You understand me? Trying to promote, hey, don't worry about no man, sis, get to your bag. But she's not living that way. You understand me? So how could she turn around and tell you to do something she's not doing? It's like our rappers. They'll turn around and tell you, go shoot the hood up, go shoot the block up, sell all the rocks, sell all the crack. When these brothers ain't doing none of that. You understand me? You see with the Young Thug case, these brothers is going down and they were giving it up. They're telling, you understand me? They don't even live the things that they're promoting to you. You understand me? But we don't control the airwaves. You understand me? Our oppressor controls the airwaves. So he's able to tell you all those things to do, and we do it. And you know why? Because we integrated and we didn't separate. If we separated, how could we wouldn't care what they had on TV? You understand? We would have our own television program, old television programming. You understand? We wouldn't have to worry about them being culture vultures because they would have to be around the corner peeking at what we were doing because we wouldn't broadcast it to them. You understand me? We would do it, but they got to pay some bread for that. You understand me? That's what comes with integrating and separating. You know what I mean? And the Most High never wanted us to integrate. You understand me? But Martin Luther King, with his wet dream for the oppressor's daughter, wanted us to integrate. You understand me? Separation has always been the best thing. Like if it wasn't for integration, I can almost guarantee that we wouldn't look at our sisters the way we look at them. We feel like we want the oppressor's daughter more than we want our own beautiful sisters. And what that leaves them with no protection. You understand me? It leaves them single mothers. You understand me? It leaves them halfway acting like the dragons that they act like today. Because you know where they learned it from? Our oppressor. You understand me? With the segregation. Even take it back in the day, like let's call it X-rated videos. You understand me? I remember back in the day, hey, I was in the world at once, you understand me? Back in the day when those X-rated videos was out, who was on them? The oppressor's daughter was on it. You wouldn't even hardly see a Judite shorty in them joints. You understand me? That's probably where you brothers got half the love for our oppressor's daughter from. You understand me? Like sometimes when you see things, it gets instilled in your brain. You get, you know what I mean, brainwashed into it. But our sisters didn't jump out there like that. The first prostitutes was a Roman custom. That's a Roman culture. That was never the daughters of Zion, the daughters of Israel. were never that way. They used to be soft. They used to be tender, little tenderonis. You understand me? Even back in the day, think about that. The music back in the day, people integrated. Brothers had nothing but love songs for these shorties. You understand me? These brothers was singing their heart out for our queens, our ribs, our ladies. You understand me? Now they just like Alpha B, you understand me? Get the top, leave, you know what I mean? Ski don't want to leave, all that. But that's because we've been brainwashed, you understand me? They don't, when you see a black family on the TV, it's promoting destruction. It's supporting domestic violence. It's supporting people that just can't get right, right? But they show their people, you see like the Partridge Family. You see this, and at the end of the day, that oppressor gonna smack his wife way before we would. That oppressor beat Sally up and down the street, and she don't have dinner done when she's ready. You got something out of one?
You talk about black families on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, look at Empire. Terrence Howard and Taraji P. Henson. Look at that black family they portray. Hell, out now, Snowfall. Hell, I think that they started the last season of night. Snowfall.
God, right.
You know, just a menace to the hood. You understand? Just a menace to society.
Right. That's what they promote.
That's what we get.
Yeah, and that's what they promote. That was, I could think of maybe one before the mobster times, before they had the Godfathers, this and that. Tell me the last time you seen an oppressor on the block selling work like that. That's what they have us viewed. That's what they put out for us. You know what I'm saying? The so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native man. They put that in our eyes to watch, to have to look up to. That's what we look up to. You understand me? That's what we're forced to look up to because there's nothing else to look up to. You understand me? They don't show the people who actually got that family established. That man who doesn't have to be a menace in the hood to have a good time. Like, we got to shoot the club up when we go out, right? We just can't go out into the club and nothing happen. We got to shoot the whole block up. We got to do this. We got to do that. All that on TV. We got to sell all the drugs, right? But that's because this been brainwashed. It's been instilled into our head by watching the cable television that we don't own. We'll watch BET, right? But BET is not even owned by a Judite. BET is owned by oppressors. So our oppressor is telling us how to be black. You understand me? We go to our school systems, and our school system will take Black History Month and teach us how to be black. I remember when I had a African American literature class in college before, right? And my teacher was an oppressor. I'm thinking to myself, how this man go tell me? I mean, he can tell you the history of it, but he can't tell you how to be. You understand me? So-called Black, Hispanic, Native man. You know who can tell you how to be that? This Bible. You understand me? The Most High. You understand me? Hawashai. You understand me? They can let you know exactly how to be a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native because it gives you laws, statutes, and commandments to guide the way. You understand me? It makes it so much easier. You don't have to figure it out or look at their ways and think that's how I got to be the best. As they say, N-word I can be. You understand me? Everybody want to be the downest N-word, all that, but that's getting us nowhere but destruction. We come from generations of failed let's see, parents, you know what I mean, parental, you know what I mean, guidance. We ain't have it. We see it don't happen, and we grow up and repeat the cycle. We grow up and we find a dragon out just like a dragon, like our mother. You understand me? And because we're brainwashed into it. We see it so much, we feel like that's what we need. We feel like that's what we desire. But at the end of the day, that's not been helping us. It's not been helping us. And that's because we allowed Martin Luther King and our oppressor and all that marching. You understand me? All that walking. You understand me? Last time we marched, so-called Black man, Hispanic man, Native man, we was walking up out of Egypt. You understand me? We was walking away from our oppressor, not into their arms, begging them to love us. And think about it, it's a generational thing at this point. Like, slavery is still, it's been over a good little minute, but guess what? You were still a slave. You understand me? You're still looked at as a slave. So obviously, if all those people who actually had them slaves are dead and gone, that means that thing getting passed down. You understand me? It's getting passed down like an inheritance. You understand me? They're inheriting this hatred that they have in their heart for you. You understand me? As I said earlier, they wasn't worried about you when you was cooking their meals as a slave, We was watching their kids the slave. We was doing all their needs. They didn't worry about you. They wasn't worried about you backlashing or talking back to them. As soon as you was free, oh yeah, we got to watch that. You understand? As soon as you got free, oh, we can miss that.
Can I add something real quick?
Salaki.
Go ahead, Cat.
No, just to add to what you're saying, it's so heavy. Precept Ezekiel 35th chapter. It says they had a perpetual hatred. Like they hatred towards the children of Israel ain't nothing new. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, so what you're saying is spot on. That's all I'm doing.
Okay. Yeah, that's heavy. It's perpetual hatred. It's a hatred that's been passed down, right? And there's no reason to have a hatred because we ain't never went up and did nothing to them. Like I said, we don't shoot up their schools. We don't shoot up their grocery stores. We don't make our own KKK. You understand me? And hang and lynch them, even though we the ones who actually would have a reason to do that, right? So just for the blood of our brothers in the past, we would have a right to do that, but we don't condone that, and we don't do that. You understand me? We still teach peace. We teach get into this Bible. We teach prosperity. You understand? We teach to get out the world. You understand me? I'm talking about on a spiritual level when it comes to not being a drug addict. You understand me? When it comes to not being a whoremonger. You understand me? When it comes to keeping your family in order, right, and keeping your family together, as the Most High asked us to do. You know what I mean? To show us how to be a better nation. You understand me? But we when we're stuck in the world, it's hard to get out of it. You understand me? Let's see what we got out there. I'm gonna go to that. I'm gonna go to Exodus 14 and 15. I'm gonna give you time to get it. But yeah, but at the end of the day, like integration has never helped us. It's like, what are we waiting on? When is it supposed to kick in? When is integration supposed to kick in? Right? When is the integration supposed to work? As I said, like was it one nation under God? We've never been a one nation under God. You understand me? That was 1892 when they had that Pledge of Allegiance. 1964 was when they had that civil rights movement that we had to force our way to sit with them. And did you see that? Did you see when they tried to do that? Like how had the camera crews out there, right? Had the dogs out, had the police had to stand on each side for you to go into school and get their education, so you can get their Black History Month. You understand me? Eventually, they said it was only a week at first, and the president changed it to a month. You understand me? How long it take the LGTB whatever to get their month? They came straight out and got their month. They came straight out, got their holidays. They came. I heard they paying them in San Francisco. I heard they get a regular payment, a regular check. You understand me? Just for, I don't know what they went through. You understand me? Whatever they went through, I guess it is worth compensation. But where's your compensation, so-called Black man, Hispanic man, Native man? But what we do, we still compensate with them. We still make sure we give every dollar we have to their organizations, to their stores. We make sure we give all our love to them. Like you see the Super Bowl, we had brothers out there shedding tears for the national anthem, right? That anthem is not for them. You understand me? They were I think it was probably slaves during when they came with the national anthem too. But we don't know this because we integrated, right? So we didn't get our own history. We had to share our oppressors' history. That's the history we learn. We don't learn our history. The only history we learn is Black history, which is not much of a history. That's when we was oppressed. We learn about the times we was oppressed because that's what they feel about us. They feel like we'll never be nothing but oppressed. And as long as they keep seeing us in that light, how could we ever rise above that light? But they see you as nothing but a slave. You understand me? That's if you see in fact, we're gonna do these scriptures. You got that out of one? Exodus 34 and 15. 14. Yeah, 15.
Sure.
Let me get to it. Yeah, we too out.
All right, the book of Exodus, chapter 34, verse 15. Lest thou make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land.
At least they make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land. That's what we kind of did. You know what I mean? Here, we made a covenant with the inhabitants of the land. You know what I mean? We decided to pledge the allegiance to their flag. We decided to put them up above our other people. You understand me? Read.
and they go a whoring after their gods.
And that's what we do. We go whoring after other gods. You understand? We go whoring after Christmas. You understand me? The pagan holiday. We go whoring after Valentine's Day. We go whoring after everything under the sun except for the Most High. Read.
And do sacrifice unto their gods.
We celebrate Halloween, right? We give our kids up to Molech, right? We still doing that, right? Read.
And one call thee,
and
thou eat of his sacrifice.
That's our Thanksgiving. We eating out their sacrifices because that's what we do in other people's land. You understand? We're taking on their cultures and customs. Read.
Verse 16. And thou take of their daughters unto thy sons.
And there you go again. The Most High never said everybody. He said taking their daughters unto their sons. He didn't say taking our own daughters unto their sons. No, taking their daughters unto our sons. You understand me? Read.
And their daughters go a whoring after their gods.
And that's what they do. And they go whoring after other gods. Your daughter pulls you away from the Most High and have them wearing matching sweaters at Christmas. You understand me? Have them buying all the Valentine's Day gifts. It's gonna have you're gonna have that man dressed in all green next month, right? Drinking and showing love to St. Patrick's Day. You understand me? Everything that's against the Most High, but at the end of the day, we don't know like the high holy days. We don't know our true culture because we decided to integrate. And this sounds like a lot of separation in this Bible. You understand me? It sounds like the Most High wanted us to be to ourselves. You understand me? Like we can't expect to get above if we're still under the rulership of. You think the Egyptians would have been able to stay in Egypt under the Pharaoh's rulership? No, Most High took them out of Egypt. You understand me? He walked them out of Egypt. He didn't walk them to Selma. You understand me? He didn't need 1 million men to march around in circles, you understand me, and onto the capital towards our oppressor. You understand me? He didn't want us holding hands with everyone and loving everyone so they can make their history. History is just, in America, his story. You understand me? It's his story. You understand me? It's what he decided to tell us about Black History Month. This is what he decided to teach us. It's what he decided to put on the radio to depict us. It's what he decides to show on the television screens. It's all about what he decided to do. Because you think about it, we still don't have any ownership of anything after this integration. And then check this out. This is for my African brothers. Everybody who think we're African, we're not African, right? Do you ever ask yourself why they ain't pull up during slavery? Right? Why they ain't try to when we was trying to integrate during civil rights? There were no Africans over here, right? But soon as, you understand me, y'all break through the wall a little bit, they come over here, you understand me, and we want to take on their custom and their culture too. You understand me? Because as Judites, we're so quick to take on everyone's custom, everyone's culture. That's why we are the lost sheep of the house of Israel, because it only takes one to do it and we follow behind them. You understand me? Without doing the research, without asking any questions, without realizing that it's destroying us for doing it. You understand me? We haven't got ahead yet. I think it's time to try something different. You understand me? I think it's time to get in all black and getting the ISUPK and the Command General Yohana. You understand me? And get back to this Bible. You understand me? Because that's the only way out for the so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native man in this culture, and this living, in this captivity that we're in. We're not gonna get out of it thinking that we can do what the oppressor do. Our oppressor tells you it's cool to be have an alternative lifestyle, right? Our oppressor tells you it's cool to be a junkie, be a drug addict. You understand me? No, you can't do that. The cultures of this Bible tells you don't be a drug addict. You're gonna go to school, your oppressor gonna tell you just say no to drugs, right? He ain't gonna give you no 5-step program to how to do it. He's gonna say just say no, and he's gonna throw you a t-shirt. You understand me? Have a little, what was it, a bear or a tiger or something like that? He's gonna have him out there, say no to drugs, kids. Then he's out. You understand me? When the oppressor gets lost on drugs, it's an epidemic. You understand me? It's something that we have to stop. We have to help them. We got to give them all the love in the world because it's a crime. It's a crime shame. You understand me? Right. We got to know the cards are stacked against us. with
It's
the
a crisis,
integration.
my
I
man.
think it is best to separate and love each other more. You understand me? Start our own businesses. You understand me? Stop spending money with our oppressor. We start spending money with our oppressor, and spend it with each other. You know how fast we'll turn around our economy as brothers and sisters if we stick together doing it. You understand me? We are stronger in numbers. That's why they choose when you chase the oppressor's way, he'll have you thinking every man for themselves, right? You got to get it on your own. What did it tell you? He had just as much opportunity as I had. You understand me? When that's not right, you understand me? Everybody moves at different paces. You understand me? That's why Christ was so merciful, because all the time a brother ain't on the right path, but he has time to get on that right path. You understand me? And it's up to his brother to go back to pull him up out that pull him out the gutter. You understand me? That he would be if he stayed under the oppressor's thumb. You understand me? You never know what that man could be. We can get up in the ISUPK to find out what that man could be. You understand me? We're gonna go after that. I'm gonna go after that. We're gonna go to Matthew 13 and 24. You understand? Because the oppressor don't want you to be nothing but a junkie. He don't want you to be nothing but a rapper, right? He don't want you to be nothing but. Why is it everything that we do to get ahead in life is entertainment? Right? Only way we can get ahead in this life is if we entertain our oppressor, like back in the day when they had blackface and sucking and jiving. You understand? But boy, I see the malt liquor commercial. I think I might have sent it to you. So it was a malt liquor commercial. These bubbles was going crazy over that malt liquor. Yo, but that's what they do to us. It was a perfect example of how the oppressor sees us. You understand me? Throw us a malt liquor bottle. These bubbles running around going crazy. This was back in the day when they was popping and locking with Michael Jackson. You understand me? Right. But that's he got that out of us. Lucky. Matthew chapter 13, verse 24. Let me get to it too.
You sure that's the one you want?
Come. Good.
Matthew chapter 13, verse 24. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, The kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field.
All right, this is Christ. This is a parable. You understand? We basically break it down like a good seed. A good seed in this context would be having the law, statutes, commandments. All right, let's read.
Verse 25. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat.
All right. Well, we can put it in this perspective as we got the law, statutes, commandments, but along that time, man came and told you don't have to keep the commandments. You understand me? It's okay to be a homosexual. You understand me? It's okay to do all the abominations because no one could be perfect. You understand me? Read.
And went his way. Verse 26. But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also.
Now, when that man came up, he brought up fruit. He lived about the law, statutes, commandments. You understand me? It's also men who was given the worldly view of things. You understand me? And they're brought up together. You understand me? Read.
Verse 27. So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field? From whence then hath it tares?
All right, so and didn't you give them the law, statutes, commandments? You understand me? Why is it still people not obeying them? Why is it still people not living the way they should be living? You understand me? Because basically, it's because the man gave him the rules, the statutes, his rules, statutes, commandments, his worldly views on things. You understand me? Read.
Verse 28. He said unto them, An enemy hath done this.
Who?
An enemy hath done this.
The oppressor is the one who said it's okay to kill your whole block because that's all he promotes to you. The enemy, the oppressor said it's okay to get that abortion, sis. You understand me? The enemy said it's okay to divorce that man. The enemy said it's okay to not love your brother. You understand me? And love us more. The oppressor said it's okay to love my money. You understand me? And worship my money. You understand me? Read.
The servant said unto him, Wilt thou then that we go and gather them up?
Now, should we go get them? Read.
Verse 29. But he said, Nay, lest while ye gather up the tares, ye root up also the wheat with them.
All right, he said, "No, don't grab the bad ones up yet." Read.
Verse 30. Let both grow together until the harvest.
All right, now that's just Christ. This is the mercy he has. He said, "No, I understand his brother's living by the law, statutes, commandments, and his brother does not. But let them grow together. You understand me? That man, as long as there's breath in your lungs, you understand me? You got time to get back to these laws, statutes, commandments. You got time to shake yourself and shed yourself of the world. You understand me? And start living right. You understand me? As long as there's breath in your lungs. You understand me? Read.
And in the time of the harvest, I will say to the reapers.
All right, now the time of the harvest. When it's time to get snatched up, he's gonna say to the reapers. What are you gonna say to the reapers?
Gather ye together first the tares.
Grab up the tares first.
And bind them in bundles to
burn
them.
Now the brothers, he ain't. Now he gave you time. He's merciful. He gave you time to get back to the law, statutes, commandments, and out the world, which leads you to destruction. You understand me? He said, "Go ahead, grab them up." Read. What are you gonna do to the bundles?
Bind them in bundles to burn them.
To burn them. You understand me? That's basically like bind them and burn them. You understand me? You don't get it right by then, no sweat. You understand me? Get yourself together. But that's why we're here. That's why the ISUPK is here, to show you that it's another way of life other than what the Most High told you. And this is exactly what the world told you. And this is exactly what integration and separation comes in at. You understand me? You separate. You don't have to learn their statutes, their cultures, or the way they tell you that you have to be in their kingdom, because this is what this is right now. This is their kingdom. This is not our kingdom. You understand me? But we can have our kingdom once we all get back to these laws, statutes, commandments. Once we all start getting back to brotherhood. You understand? Once we all start not being ministers to society. Once we stop filling up the jails and start filling up these classes. You understand? Once we stop destroying ourselves and start building ourselves up. You understand me? When we stop destroying our communities, you understand me, and building them up. You understand me? When we stop tearing our sisters down and we start building them up, we will be a mighty nation. You understand me? But it takes more than one man, or take what they say, it take a whole community to raise one, right? You understand me? We can't do it by ourselves. But as long as someone is always going back for the next man, how could we all fall? Like JC said, how could we all fall when we each other's crutches? You understand me? We can all be each other's crutches. And the Most High gave us a way to do that. You understand me? It's all up and through this Bible. You understand me? He gave you your history. He gave you your real black history, which is in this Bible. You understand me? Instead of just being oppressed. You understand me? It was a time we wasn't all oppressed. But you would stay oppressed if you don't get back to these laws, statutes, commandments, the way that the Most High asked us to do. You understand me? Then after that, let's get I'm going to Psalms 19 and 17. You understand? But yeah, we've been tricked, we've been duped, we've been thinking that the oppressor's way is better, but it never bared fruit. You understand me? His way has never bared fruit. You understand me? It always had us down bad. You understand me? But the way is not to be down bad is getting these laws, statutes, commandments. You got that other one?
What was that again?
Psalms 19 and 7.
17.
Oh Lord, what's those? Only one go through what that is.
So, chapter 19, verse 7. The law of the Lord is perfect.
The law of the Lord is perfect. You understand me? The law of these laws, these statutes, commandments are perfect, because when you do them, you become perfect. It ain't like getting 100% on your test. It ain't doing it. Obeying these laws, statutes, commandments. When you do that, you become perfect. You understand me? Read.
Converting the soul.
Converting the soul. You understand me? When he convert that soul, he's turning you from the wickedness. You understand me? To a righteous man. These laws, statutes, commandments make you not robbing your brothers. You understand me? How you not being a jack boy on the block. You understand me? How you not being Frank Lucas, right? Gotta serve all your kids up. You're not the kids, serving all the fiends up, serving up your whole neighborhood. It converts your soul because you're not a wicked individual anymore. You understand me? It converts your soul because you're not a junkie anymore. You understand me? You become productive. You understand me? You start adding value to your nation instead of taking away from your nation. You understand me? And being seen in the light of the nations as the other nations as a something that they can disrespect the rest of us for. You understand me? Read.
The testimony of the Lord is sure.
It's sure. You understand me? What he's telling you to do is sure. You know what I'm saying? You become perfect. He knows what he's talking about. You understand me? Ain't nobody never been led down the wrong road because they obeyed these laws, statutes, commandments. You understand me? When you don't obey these laws, statutes, commandments, I can think of numerous times where brothers is down, where brothers is dying. You understand me? When brothers is getting diabetes, when brothers is getting high blood pressure, getting AIDS, right? When brothers is in poverty, when brothers is in jail, right? When everything is bad as you can imagine just keeps happening to you. You know why it keep happening to you? Because you're not obeying these laws, statutes, commandments. You understand me? Because you're not living the way the Lord wants you to live. When you do that, you lose the protection of the Lord. You understand me? And that's what the oppressor wants you to do. Why would the oppressor want you to have your protection from your God when you would get that protection and rise up over him? You understand me? And be above him. You understand me? That the Most High wanted to put us above all nations of the face of the earth, man. We're supposed to be above all nations of the face of this earth. You understand me? Think about it right now. The way the world is so wicked, how could you not be above the in the sight of the other nations? They see you like, damn, that brother don't smoke cigarettes. What? That brother don't smoke no weed. What? That brother ain't been in and out of jail. What? In the sight of the other nations, Adawan.
Like that brother don't go to church no more.
Right. That brother's
Christmas.
right.
Yeah.
Right. Right. In the sight of the other nations, they will be surely that's a wise and understanding people. You understand me? And that's because these laws are perfect and they perfect you and make you perfect. You understand me? And that's all we got to do is get back to these laws, statutes, commandments. Martin Luther King didn't know the Bible. We were never supposed to integrate. The Most High wants us to separate. You understand me? Time we got let's get I'll look at that Deuteronomy joint, matter of fact. 4 and 6. I'm gonna get Deuteronomy 4 and 6.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 6. Keep therefore and do them.
Mm-hmm. Keep therefore and do them. You know, these laws, statutes, and commandments. This is what I was saying, but it was on my mind, so I had to read it. Let's get it. Mm-hmm.
This is your wisdom.
This is your wisdom. This is like I said earlier, how brothers go to school. You can go to school for your whole life and you think you're smart, right? But you'll go to the hood and the dumbest crackhead scam you out of everything in your pockets. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have wisdom. You think you're smart, but you don't have wisdom. Wisdom is understanding. Wisdom is knowing from experience. Wisdom is knowing I ain't going down that back alley. You understand me? Wisdom is knowing that something gonna happen when I drink and drive in this car. You know what I'm saying? That's wisdom. That's, you understand me? Read.
And your understanding in the sight of the nations.
In the sight of the nations. This is the sight of the other groups. You understand me? The sight of our pastor. You understand me? The sight of the China man. The sight of the Arab man. And the sight of the East Indian. You understand me? And in the sight of all these brothers and all these people, they're gonna read.
Which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
Surely this nation is a wise and understanding people because they're not dying of lung disease because they smoke every cigarette that they get their hands on. You understand me? They're not dying of a venereal disease, a STD, because they can't keep their joint in their pocket. You understand me? Their daughters ain't on OnlyFans because they don't have the proper guidance. You understand me? They're not dealing with mental issues because they don't have counsel. We have counsel in here. You understand me? We have things like that woman ain't suffering from depression because she had that abortion, like the world said you can have, right? They're not homosexual or slocky. They don't live alternative lifestyles because they feel like they was born like that. When in actuality, it was a more deeper problem that could be worked on. You understand me? It could be talked out. It could be talked about, and you could change. You understand me? Right. That's a wise and understanding people, man. You understand me? That's people who are not living by the world's rules, but living by scripture, living by the Most High. You understand me? Living by our King. You understand me? And doing what He instructed us to do. And He's not going to let you down once you do that. You understand me? And with that, you want to close out? I don't want. All right. And with that, Shalom Israel, Yahweh Hashem Shabbat to the Akim, Yahweh Shemar Altan Hashem, Yahweh Shemar Altan Bahashem to the Akwatium. We are the ISUPK, started Salakia. Oh, Salakia, Cap, Yahweh Hashem Shabbat.
Sir.
Shalom.
And with that, Shalom Israel.